Today there were perfect conditions in Chicago for the marathon of 2023. 10 degrees Celsius and minimal wind. With Kelvin Kiptum and Sifan Hassan on the starting line in a top elite field, fast times were to be expected. First we zoom in on the men's race and then to the women's race as well. Here we see the start of the day, and the marathon is on its way. Kelvin Kiptum even thinks it's chilly. He's wearing a hat at the start and moved directly toward the front to take control of the pace. For the first 5 km he already dropped 2 pacers and was running a 14:26 km split, around 2:01:45 marathon time. And the 10 km split went down in 28:42, so they increased the pace slightly back to the world record pace. Along the way he had Benson Cambrito still with him. Halfway they hit a time of 1 hour and 48 seconds, which was incredibly fast and still close to world record pace. Kelvin Kiptum was able to speed up his second half in both the London and Valencia marathon, so the world record was on. After 32 km it was enough for Kelvin Kiptum and he started to push away, where he was already without pacers and only Benson Cambrito could follow. He left Cambrito behind and slightly accelerated in the hardest stages of the race. Here we see some incredible splits. From 30k to 35 km he achieved the fastest ever split this far in the race of 31:51. That's 2:46 per kilometer pace. That's insane, people, just insane, no words needed. With another incredible split of 14:01 for 30 to 40 km, the world record was definitely on. He continued down the home stretch, where we already know he could write history. He eventually finished in a new world record of 2 hours and 35, more than a half a minute faster than Eliud Kipchoge. Hopefully we are ever going to see these men battle with each other. Who knows, at the Olympics in Paris next year. He finished 4 minutes and 27 seconds ahead of Kenyan's Benson Cambrito, 2 hour 4:02, with Belgian Bashir Abdi in 2 hour 4:32 rounding up the podium. Well, back to the women's race, where also phenomenal fast times were in the making. Where the first 5 km went down in 15:42 and a 31:05 10 km split. This meant world record pace of 2:11:20 after 10 km. This is phenomenal. At halfway, Red Chepngetich pulled ever so slightly ahead, coming through in 65:42 with a 6 seconds lead on Hassan. Hassan was not in the front group as we see here, but Hassan was pushing back, and after 26 km she was leaving Chepngetich behind. She dominated the remainder of the race, despite missing a bottle, and had to turn back briefly to the table at the 30k mark. Her pace slowed a bit down though. She covered the second half in 67 minutes and 56 seconds. But she held on to claim the victory by almost 2 minutes. Sifan Hassan broke the women's course record as well, running the second fastest time in history of 2:13:44. Kenya's Ruth Chepngetich finished second, 2:15:37, and Ethiopia's Migreto Olemu came home third in 2:17:09. Here we see the results of the top 5 men. And here next we see the top 5 women also in the field. This was it for today on this amazing edition of the Chicago Marathon. And as always, if you still go out there today, have fun and get on the run.